For you going back to San Jose, given you played there and how things obviously wrapped up there, is there anything special or significant going through your mind going into this game?
Not really. Just a great opportunity to get another 2 points, and obviously, we play them more than once the rest of the way. So, I think we had 4 games against them, so it'll be fun to be a part of those games.
All right. Seeing former teammates going up against former teammates, does that, and I know guys change teams all the time, but does that factor anything to you, just going against some guys who were teammates?
Well, no, I'm familiar with how they operate and how they play, so try to use that to my advantage.
Evander, you've been here for barely 2 weeks. It seems like a lot has happened. How would you have you been able to wrap your head around everything that's happened and as you try to get acclimated in a new surrounding?
Yeah, I'm just trying to move into my house, while I'm on the road. So it's going to be, like I said, it's been obviously a quick turnaround. It's been great though so far, and I expect that to continue. And obviously, we had a better effort last night that resulted in a good team win, and just want to keep that going.
I wonder about, you played 5 games under one coach. There's a new coach. You're probably just kind of wrapping your head around what Dave Tippett and his staff were trying to implement with you. Mm-hmm. How does that kind of change now you have a new voice?
Yeah, I think that's probably, unfortunately I've been a part of a lot of teams with coaching changes as well. I was talking to Nuge about it the other day, but it's really more just a different voice. I think, you've played different systems throughout your career, and they're usually pretty straightforward in terms of getting acclimated with them. A few tweaks on the PK and whatnot, but so far, like I said, it's been good.
Evander, last night there were a couple moments. The Islanders got a tough team. They got a couple designated heavyweights on their team. Mm-hmm. The Oilers don't necessarily have guys that are that one-dimensional. How important was it for you guys just to have a bit of a pack mentality when you engage in those situations and stand up for each other? And does that have to become a little bit more of the identity of this group, do you think?
Absolutely. It was great to see guys, whether it was Clouder at the end there getting involved and everybody getting in, or Smitty getting bumped there, and guys, recognizing obviously the situation of the game, but at the same time, you can't have guys take liberties on your goaltender or each other out there. So that pack mentality and that team toughness is definitely important.
How, I think a player should fight on their terms, okay? And you're a legitimate top 6 player. How much goes into the decision making when you decide to engage? Is it spur of the moment, or does it have to be a little bit calculated because you have to read the game situation?
Yeah, I think, if you look at last year, I didn't have one fight, so I haven't fought in a long time. But, yeah, obviously game situation is important. Guys fight for a multitude of reasons. Sometimes you're pissed off. Sometimes a guy take a cheap shot at you. You want to defend yourself, stick up for a teammate, change the momentum. So there's plenty of reasons and factors on why I think fighting is important, and what it can do and bring to a team, and to a game. So it's something that... there's different reasons why, and I think today you got to be a little bit smarter, just because especially games are so important. But it's something that you're mindful of.
Evander, over here, how different is it to play left wing with Leon as opposed to play left wing with Connor?
It's different, but it's not. If that makes any sense. Connor, he attacks the neutral zone with so much speed, and he's very shifty and can beat guys and get by guys one-on-one very easily. Leon's a little bit more methodical. He actually has underrated speed, I think, as well. But he controls the puck so well and draws a lot of people to him, and is able to make plays. So both obviously highly skilled guys, just a little different stylistic.
Have you played with a center like Leon before?
I've played with the big body guys that, can really control the puck and hold on to it well. But obviously, he's an elite player and one of the best in the world. So I'd have to say no.
You mentioned about coaching changes. How many did you have in Buffalo?
I don't know, 3, I think.
So, I mean, you've played a long time. We always talk about a new voice and stuff. Is that overplayed when you get a new coach, or is it just systems that are more for a player to figure out, okay, this guy's a little different than the last guy I had?
You know, I think initially that new voice can really bring a spark. I think some tactical things too. You know, when a team's maybe not playing as well as they think they should or are capable of. I think some of those new tactics, it just gives you a fresh look. It kind of refreshes your mind as a player, and you know, it's almost like a fresh start. So I think you know, the boys responded well last night, and obviously we want to keep that going.
And one last thing, are you at that point now where you say, okay, I'm 100% the player I should be for not having played any games halfway through the season? Are you at that point yet?
No, I think it's pretty evident I'm not. But I'm working towards getting there, and hopefully in the next handful of games, you know, I can come out here and tell you that.
Thank you.
Sorry, just one last one, Evander. I just wonder, you know, you've had a couple of goals and you haven't played super long time here in Edmonton, but is there something that you felt you haven't been able to do yet in terms of making your presence felt that you'd like to do Monday, especially against your old team?
You know, I just look at last night's game. I thought it was probably one of the better skating games I've had, but just timing and rhythm, you know, getting the hands and feet connected in where they should be. And, you know, you look at a couple of chances last night where, you know, I'm a second early or a second late getting to pucks that can be put home in the back of the net. So just little things like that to be expected. Obviously, it's something you want to get going as quickly as possible, but I'm sure it will come.